And we are live. Alright, hopefully this is working. I hope this is working. Anyway, yeah, everyone welcome on in. I hope that everything is like rendering properly. Okay, looks like vertical's working, but is oh my god, the lag is so horrible. Oh my god, what's happening? What's happening? Okay, I hope everything's back to normal, question mark. I don't think it is. Okay, this is so bad. I'm like testing everything running at the same time and it seems that it's not like catching up. Getting 1 FPS, yeah, I am trying, Coburn. I am also trying to like stream simultaneously at vertical, but it seems that it's not working. I did a test recording earlier in the test stream with my alt account, but oh my god. I did not account for like YouTube to be solo. Alright, let me just test this out. Of course, we're doing like alright, everything looks to be dropping, so sorry, just give me a sec. Everything is crashing. Yeah, this is bad. Okay, we should be back. Right? Okay, I think everything should be set now. Alright, I am sorry for what happened because I tried recording, but it seems that I cannot record and stream simultaneously at the same time. So I will have to think about how my strategy for recording would go. Oh my god, alright. So it seems like my controller disconnected. Anyway, now that this is working, hopefully, let me just reset this because, you know, audio sync issues. Anyway, alright, hi everyone. I'm sorry for the delay. Alright. Now that we're back and now that we're streaming all together, yeah, everyone, welcome on in. I hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, I'm an Ace Attorney streamer again, allegedly. So, we're gonna be playing Ace Attorney Investigations 2, simply because I did play the first Ace Attorney Investigations ages ago, when around the time of the DS era. But now, since the collection and the remake came out in Switch, and we have an official English localization of Ace Attorney Investigations 2, we'll be playing that. Alright, I think let's just get started. So... alright. Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time. Hopefully it doesn't crap the bed. Okay, you know what? Record simultaneously and everything. Alright, let's do this. Of course, HD. Turnabout trigger. Let's do this. Everything old is new. Here he comes! The presidential plane descends from the western skies, bringing a message of peace. It's making its final approach and lands right on Gerd Lake. Gerd Lake. Nice throwback. Just listen to that crowd. Welcome, Zheng Fa. Welcome, Mr. President. And now, sir, your audience waits. Order. Honored friends and allies, I am here today to deliver a message. The odious criminals that dot my beloved nation. Thanks to the prosecutor's office of your great country. Okay. You have our most heartfelt gratitude. However, friends, do not forget, the battle against evil rages on. Here today, I make you this solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. Ah! Call the prosecutor's... Why the prosecutor's office? Get Miles Edgeworth right up. You could at least call the police, right? If anyone can solve this, he can. March 2, 2:46 p.m. Gerd Lake spectator area. The news must be halfway around the world already. After all, it's not every day an attempt is made on the life of a nation's president. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor. I came as soon as I got the call. The moment the phone rang, I knew it was serious. Mr. Edgeworth! Gummy! Oh, we have the Gumshoe theme remix. Thank goodness you're here, sir. This is Dick Gumshoe, a detective at the local precinct. He's the one usually assigned to my cases. How's the president, detective? We still don't know, Mr. Edgeworth. The medics just boarded the plane a few minutes ago. I see. Hope he's alright. Then I suppose you'd better show me the scene of the crime instead. Right away, sir. Hey! I said hey! Yeah, you Ruffles. Hmm? Who's that? You're the prosecutor in charge of this here, ain't ya? Wanna give me your first impressions? Anything strike you all odd? No comment. Detective Gumshoe, with me. Come on now, Mr. Prosecutor, don't be like that. Mr. Edgeworth, wait for me. Now, Detective, I'll need the facts of the case in as much detail as you can give me. Well, the scene was right here at Gerd Lake, as you already know. A bunch of people were gathered to welcome the president of Zengfa. Di Jun Wang. Yes, I read about this visit. Yo, Dash, what's up? Welcome on in. Thank you for the lurk. Good to see you. I do understand because you'll be playing this soon, TM. It's been all over the news for days now. Newspaper clipping added in my organizer. It was raining until just before he landed. Luckily, it let up and he went on stage as planned. And then smack dab in the middle of his speech, bang! Yes, this is 2. This is investigations 2. Yes, that's the proper order. Because chronologically speaking, 2 happens a few weeks after 1. Alright, a gun goes off and everybody runs for cover, terrified for their lives. Apparently. Apparently? Truth is, I only just showed up myself. I don't know a whole lot more than you do, sir. You were summoned on short notice as well. Sure was. Right in the middle of my day off. I was at the office taking advantage of the peace and quiet to prepare for my next case. And then the boss himself calls you to the scene. Never a dull moment, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? The boss? Yeah, Chief Prosecutor was right here in the park. Saw the whole thing. Wait, who's the Chief Prosecutor at this time? I don't think it was listed in Ace Attorney Canon who was the Chief Prosecutor at this time. First chance he got, he yelled at the top of his lungs. Get me Edgeworth right away, he's the only man for the job. Something like that. I see. Oh, they cordoned the perimeter of the park off as soon as it happened. You'll be happy to know. So our would-be assassin is still here somewhere. Good. Now all I gotta do is find him in the middle of that crowd before they strike again. You're right, we don't know what else our culprit might be planning. These people are in danger. Don't have a moment to lose. Let's begin with the basics. And search every inch of the crime scene for clues, no matter how insignificant they may seem. Precisely. President was shot at, which means a gun was involved. This is our first clue. Alright, duly noted. Detective Gumshoe, how exactly was the security detail surrounding the president's speech organized? Well, sir, our officers were mainly focused on securing the perimeter of the park. The president's people took charge of the rest. He has his own team of bodyguards. See those guys over there? Maybe we should ask them a few questions. If I want to talk to them, I'll need to walk over and press A. Sir, the president's bodyguards are over there. Ah, so they are. I should walk up to the bodyguards and press A to talk to them. Okay, I'm just exploring. I'm checking if I can talk to Gumshoe first. Can I help you? You're one of the president's bodyguards, correct? Can you tell me how his security detail was arranged during the speech? Feels like the animation got more frames. I'm actually dropping a few. So but not as bad as earlier when like everything was running and I was recording. So just for the record, I'm not recording now. I might have to reevaluate, especially when I'm playing Mario, because I do need the recordings for that. This isn't our first rodeo. Anything suspicious in that crowd and we would have spotted it right away. Oh, character frames, alright. Wait, weren't you watching Dash? I think it looks the same as when Dash was playing. So the president's security was tightly orchestrated for the duration of his speech. Let's investigate further. We should speak with other witnesses and continue to look over the crime scene. Can't afford to leave any stone unturned. You thought the overworld running around sprites were some more frames? Maybe actually the animation between 1 and 2 is different, but I don't know since I didn't play 2 on the DS. So that's how y'all go about it, huh? Sure, something seeing the pros at work. Care to share a little about what happens with that information once you've got a hold of it? Bystanders. This one seems persistent, but I can't afford to get distracted. Hey, Ruffles! I ask you a question, dang it. What happens next? Well, we put all the information together and tried to find connections, right, sir? Detective! Ah, don't be so hard on the poor guy. So, connections, you say? And what next? Well, I guess you see, we connect the dots, connect one piece of information to another. It's Mr. Edgeworth's forte. He's a logic master. I can view what information I have with L and then connect them with X. I should try it now. Just a quick press of L and we'll be off down the path of logic. Okay. Event security, the president's security detail was on the watch throughout for anything suspect. President was shot at. Security was tight for President Wang's speech, but he still was shot at somehow. And connect with X. Doing things my way, awarded. Wow, what an achievement. Despite the president's tight security, the perpetrators still managed to carry out their attack. Completely undetected by a contingent of highly trained bodyguards, no less. No mean feat. This would have taken some serious planning. In other words, the assassination attempt was almost certainly premeditated. Oh. That's the stuff, Mr. Edgeworth. The old logic never fails, huh? Indeed. All we need to do is find the right clues and then make the right connections between them. Make the wrong connections, however, and we'll only wind up further from the truth. Which means I must make well-reasoned connections if I intend to draw logical conclusions. Begin investigation. Grid Lake late site stage. Let's get this investigation started. Time to examine anything that looks suspicious. To examine things, I simply need to walk up to them and press A. If I wish to speak with the detective, I should use X. Okay. Yes, sir. Notice anything? Well, the rain stopped and it was falling right up until the president got here. Even the mist has lifted, barely a cloud in the sky. You sound disappointed, detective. I was supposed to be fishing right here in this lake. In this lake, and the big ones only come out when it's wet. But the park was sealed off for the president's visit. No regular use allowed. You know the rules. Nothing regular about reeling in a whopper, sir. This was gonna be special. I fear our ideas of special might be rather different. Irreconcilably so, in fact. That's a word. This is what he thinks about at a time like this. Detective Gumshoe, you remember how to properly conduct an investigation, don't you? Sure do, sir. First off, you gotta gather information all the until you can. Examine every nook and cranny, talk to every single witness. Both of which I can do with A. And if you get the chance, ask him about the evidence, which means diving into your organizer and presenting it to them. I can open my organizer with R and present evidence with X. I've been with you a while, Mr. Edgeworth. I ought to know what this stuff by now. Yes, ought to. Gumshoe 32, Homicide Detective. Dijun Wang, current president of Zengfa, an attempt was made in his life. Okay. Badge 2. Oh, I actually don't get to see the number of Edgeworth's badge. Numbers, as if we're not human on the inside like everyone else. It's weird because for the English, it is English aniv. Because for like the attorney's badges, you can examine it and the numbers are showing. This badge is designed as said to reflect the relentlessness and discipline of law enforcement. It comes from the authority vested in us as strict protectors of the law, and executors of sentences much like harsh winter frosts and blazing summer days. To wear it is to identify oneself as a prosecutor, but I have no interest in doing so. Alright. Okay, you know what? We need to present the badge, come on. Okay, why can't I present this? Oh, I have to talk to, like, witnesses, not Gummy. No! I was surprised as user, but there's no mistaking it. Ooh, what is that? Oh, it's a hole in the flag. That's the Steel Samurai. Dun, 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 dun. Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo Oldie Tokyo, is a popular TV show. Old, young, it doesn't matter. It really has something for everyone. I love it how, like, in the Ace Attorney, like, timeline, there's, like, different versions of the Steel Samurai. And they still go back to the original. Beats me why they had a Steel Samurai balloon at the welcome party for a foreign president. It's a little odd, although now that I think about it, what better hero to represent our nation? Right, a samurai representing Los Angeles, California. I must scour the scene and inspect everything that catches my attention. Alright, flowers. These flowers are in full bloom. They look exotic, but I don't know the species. My favorite flowers are maybe roses? Yeah, roses and lilies. Roses makes me think of weddings. Ah, the romance. And lilies, well, that's funerals, I guess. Sad, but part of life, you know? It's not coincidence that both types of occasions tend to feature a free buffet, I imagine. Come on, sir, that's not fair. Ooh, what's this? It's the flag of Zengfa. The key motif is a blazing red phoenix. Wait, what's this? Something the matter, sir. I don't see it, detective. There's something unusual about this flag. Compare it with the one on the right side of the stage, if you will. Oh, that's a beauty right there. Just look at it flapping in the wind. It's immaculate. Exactly, which is how a flag should look. And yet here we see quite a different picture. One thing in particular stands out, don't you think? Right, of course. It's, give up. Come on, spill the beans. You can lead the horse to water. I'll just have to move the cursor to the problematic spot and highlight the difference with X. It's the hole. Come on.
Take that!
Look closely. Do you see the hole? Whoa, look at that! You're right, sir. And note the burn marks around the edges. That's a bullet hole. There's no mistaking it. A bullet hole? So you're saying a bullet went through this flag? Breaks your heart, don't it? It does. What villainy could have befallen him. Witnesses said he popped right about when the gun went off, which would strongly suggest that the bullet struck the balloon. Looks like we got a case of cold-blooded samurai murder on your hands. This is sacrilege. I won't rest until the culprit has been apprehended. Detective, we cannot let this vile assassin escape. We won't, sir. You can count on it. Started out floating to the right of the lakeside stage but has since been popped. I think I've gathered enough information for the moment. Time to put the pieces together and see what we can figure out. I think that's just it with what I can like explore here. Okay, the glass looks kinda sus. Excuse me. Have you found anything of note, officer? No, sir, not a thing. No fingerprints, no footprints, nothing. That is to say, nothing that stands out, sir. Not after everything, everybody touched and walked all over everything. Excuse me. Detective Gumshoe, did he sound pleased about having no evidence to catalog? I'll speak to his commanding officer about it, sir. Salary review's coming up soon and all. What is the officer here taking pictures of, detective? The wicked will be crushed beneath the righteous hammer of justice. Looks like he's reading off those papers here, Mr. Edgeworth. Bro speech tips number 3. Speak slowly and confidently to win your audience around. Hey, this is good stuff. Better get a shot of this one too. Instead of focusing on that speech, how about you focus on your work instead, officer? So the president had a nasty surprise while he was giving his speech. Same thing happened to me when I was a kid right in the middle of a public speaking contest. There I was, yammering away, when all of a sudden, earthquake! Almost jumped out of my skin. That sounds terrifying. Even the word earthquake makes me queasy. Oh. You were listening, Mr. Edgeworth? I thought you were ignoring my little aside like always. So, President, okay. We're not at liberty to share that information with local law enforcement. What did you just say to him? You let us on that plane, pal, or you might just regret it. Sorry, can't let you do that. No one respects the badge anymore. I suppose this is something of an international incident. All the more reason to find the killer as soon as we possibly can. Yes, sir. First step in an investigation is information gathering. Everything else stems from there. Yep, and once you've got enough, you can start making connections between all the pieces, right, sir? Connect one piece of information to another, and everything will start to fall into place. Indeed. To do that, I'll need to use my powers of logic. Luigi Logic! I can check all the information I've gathered by pressing L. And I can draw connections between two pieces of information and text. I should actually create a logic emote while we're playing this. But it's gonna be the Luigi Logic from Brothership. Okay, logic time. Located to the right of the stage. Okay. So two things to connect here, I'm thinking, are the balloon and the flag with the bullet hole. I'm thinking these two. Okay, screw it if I like get one. Oh, I was correct. Nice. There's a bullet hole in the flag, and it seems highly likely the balloon was popped by a bullet too. Which means 2 shots were fired, right, sir? Possibly even 3. The president was shot as well, remember? Equally, the hole in the flag and the hole in the balloon could have been made by the same bullet. What we need to know is how many gunshots there were. Investigation complete. Alright, on with the investee. Oh my god, reporter. Ruffles! Ruffles! Y'all figured out something, huh? Care to share? Who exactly is she, and why does she keep shouting at us? It's times like these that you probably wanted Lotta Hart to be here. Rubberneck, I guess, seems pretty interested in the case. Come on, give me something here. We do need to speak with some witnesses to find out how many gunshots there were. Fine, let's see if she can tell us anything. There y'all are. Tabby Lloyd at your service. Wow. I actually don't know what the fan translation name of this person is. I'm looking into the case for, well, just for me right now, but... Looking into the case? Miss Lloyd, was it? Miss Lloyd, there's something I'd like to ask. Well, what can you tell me? Any exclusive details you want to share? How about the perp? Have they made any demands? What about them ruffles? What does a feller buy a cravat like? Where does a feller buy a cravat like that? Hold it! Will you be quiet for a moment? I'll be asking the questions here. Dang, and here I thought I could get me something juicy for my piece. I need to know about the shooting. Can you tell me how many gunshots you heard? Why, I most certainly cannot. I beg your pardon? Okay, if she can't, like, give information, why can't they, like, ask the other witnesses in the crowd, right? I can't just be handing out leads for free. That stuff's my livelihood. Oh, come on. Don't hold us out on us. We all gotta share sometimes. Me? Hold out on you? Well, if y'all are gonna be like that, I'll be moving right along. Goodbye. Wait! Wait for what exactly, huh? If you got nothing for me, I'm gone. We're fresh out of moves here. Out of moves, huh? I wouldn't be so sure. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? As you know, Detective, I like to play a little chess. And what does one do in chess when an opponent adopts a defensive position? Why, the board offers any number of options, but some are more effective than others. Sorry sir, but this is all going way over my head. No matter how impenetrable an opponent's defense may seem, it can always be overcome. Watch and learn, Detective, as I shatter my opponent's resolve with the power of words. When attempting to draw out an entrenched opponent, one must employ certain tactics. Let's picture the board and see if we can anticipate our adversary's next move. Now, we must analyze the state of play. Y'all ain't getting nothing out of me, not until you give me something in return. Alright, this is completely new. This was not in Investigation SWAT. My opponent has dug herself in deep. Her defenses won't be easily broken. But I can't afford to try her patience by taking too long to plot my next move. In other words, I must be conscious not just of my strategy, but also of the passing of time. That said, I can't afford to waste words either. In fact, it can't pay dividends not to. If my opponent gets too agitated, if you're fixing to ask me something, you dang well ask it already. I may be able to gain a tactical advantage by calmly biding my time. Then, when I see a crack in my opponent's armor, I pounce. I should begin by finding out what it is that she does. Alright, time to make my opening gambit. Mind chess, commence. Why don't you begin by telling me about what it is that you do? Sure, or I could totally not do that. Think I don't know when to keep my mouth shut. That's my job. Is it now? So you do something you won't or can't tell anybody about. No, shut up. I ain't no lawbreaker if that's what you're insinuating. I'm a law-abiding everyday citizen and you got no reason to say otherwise. Forgive me, I meant nothing by it. If it's something you can't tell me about, I imagine it must be very important working with you. Sure, I guess. Leastways, it'll be once I beg me my first big scoop. Oh, she's a reporter. She's a tabloid reporter. Of course, she's tabloid. What the hell? I see. It's a scoop you're after. So you're a journalist, is that correct? Dang. Sure, I'm your friendly neighborhood reporter. Hungriest cub on the beat. That's the mystery of what she does for a living solved. Perhaps our hungry cub has gathered information vital to the case. Let's make that our next line of inquiry. With the opening moves concluded, the mid-game approaches. What else does she have to tell us? At the time of the incident, were you present at the scene of the crime? Come on now, Ruffles, you ain't gonna give a little old Tabby something first? Absolutely not. Then I ain't giving you nothing either. You think I'm a sucker? Think again. Come on, this is my career we're talking about here. You gotta give me something. Sadly, the more you know, the more you might find yourself in danger. I ain't scared. I'm a pro. It takes more than the sound of a little gunfire to face me. You may be a pro as you put it, but I'd say you're still a little wet behind the ears. You say you heard gunfire, which proves you were here at the time of the crime. Therefore, you must have seen something. Double dang. Fine, I was here, I saw it. Came to report on the big speech, won out reporting on the shooting. And you won't get no more out of me than that. I'm done with your tricks, Ruffles. If she came to report on the event, she must have made a record of some kind. A record I would very much like to get my hands on. This is quite the clue as to where to take the conversation next. You're a reporter, which means you must have been making a record of some kind. You got more questions? You gotta give me something first, that's the deal. I'm not in the habit of making deals. Now tell me what I need to know. Sorry, Ruffles, can't help ya. Time to deploy my clue. No self-respecting reporter would leave the house without a means of putting things on the record. So tell me, Miss Lloyd, where's yours? Of course I made a record, I told you. I'm a pro. Dang near wore my shoes out running on this one. Which is why I'm not about to just hand it over to the first person who asks me. Not just anyone, young lady. I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Don't you young lady me, you ain't getting it, no matter how many times you ask. You understand, don't you, Ruffles? It ain't nothing personal. I understand that your job is a difficult one. You do? Well, ain't that sweet? And in such a competitive field, you must sometimes doubt that you'll ever succeed. No, I'll go plenty far, I'm sure of it. Yeah, just as long as I got my trusty tape recorder, I'll always be ready to nab me a scoop. Tape recorder? I have you now. Your last statement leaves you wide open. I'm not really sure what... Oh, that's a wrong, that's a wrong statement. Curses, I should have picked my words more wisely. And when they're vulnerable, that's the time to go on the verbal offensive. Okay, so you're a reporter. Okay, so this is all the same. Damn it! Ay, that's the wrong shoot. I selected the wrong thing. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose here. Okay, I'm gonna lose this mind chess. Oh my god, shoot. Damn it. No offense, Ruffles, but you done lost me a little ways back. Well, crap. Can't give up now, I have to keep pushing. Okay, it's reset. Alright, once more onto the breach. Also minimal damage. Yeah, because this is the intro case. So I think that's the reason why. So you heard gunfire. Damn it, we're at the scene of the crime. Damn it, you must have a... Ah, shit. You must have a record of your reporting. You must have a record, then bide my time next. Alright. Okay. Okay, this is bide my time. Hey partner, this ain't no time for the silent woman. Oh my god. What did I select earlier? Okay. This is bide my time. I'm not interested in your tape recorder. I'll have you now, your last tape. Shoot, so it's play me that tape? Didn't I select that earlier? Okay, this is it. Okay, the big clue for Ace Attorney is if the music stops, it means you're 90% correct, unless it's a special transition. Alright, intriguing. A young reporter hungry for success, so dedicated to her craft that to leave such an important event unrecorded would be unthinkable. And indeed, she did not. She committed the entire event to tape. Dang it. This is my scoop. You're messing with. So, my big break. Fine, sure, I recorded the whole darn thing. It's all right here, you got me, okay? Checkmate. Ah, yes, we recovered. We recovered. All right, so that's similar to the Magatama Cyclox. That, if you're correct, you can gain life back. You're something else, Ruffles. Yo, Biju, what's up? Welcome on in. I was trying to be all strong and silent, but you had me singing like a canary. Never mind that, now play us the tape. They should finally tell us how many shots were fired. Fine, you can hear it, but I got conditions. You played me like a fiddle, Ruffles. Only the chief ever played me so good. So you gotta agree to be chief number 2 and be mentor to a rising star, aka me. Chief number 2, huh? Kinda like a second parent? That's a big responsibility, sir. And one more thing, I want exclusive reporting rights for the first 24 hours. Come on, you gotta say yes. What kind of mentor wouldn't give his star people the exclusive, huh? She's a difficult woman to refuse, and I need to hear that recording. 24 hours is more than I can promise, but the story is yours until the case is solved. And the job of chief number 2? I think not. Gah, you're no fun. But I guess a girl can have everything. All for the sake of the scoop, huh? Alright, you got yourself a deal. I got exclusive access starting right this second, Ruffles. Good. Then our first order of business is to listen to that tape. Check. Honored friends and allies, I am here today to deliver a message. The odious criminals that dodged my beloved nation are no more. The President's speech. The President passionately addresses the assembled crowd, as if trying to shake off the reports of his declining popularity by sheer force of will. That there's me can't beat a little live commentary to set the scene. The meeting is scheduled for just after the speech, correct? He seems pretty pleased to be able to put the whole Yatagarasu situation behind him. As well as he should be. This is a great day for all of us. Whose voices are these? Oh, there was these 2 old guys standing right in front of me. They were whispering away to each other the whole darn time. I know their voices from somewhere. Wait. The part where the gun goes off is right after this. The President thrusts his fist into the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch. The battle against evil rages on. Here today, I make you this solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. Bang, bang. 2 gunshots. 2 gunshots. What the? Ah! Sure. Regarding of the President's speech, 2 gunshots can be clearly heard. So, 2 shots were fired. Yep, and that tells us something. Something very important indeed. It allows us to deduce the trajectory of one of our bullets. Of the 2 shots fired, 1 hit the President, which means the other must have passed through both the flag and the balloon. Which, as you can see, allows us to deduce the position of our shooter. The only possible place from which a bullet could have been fired through the flag and the balloon is... Obviously, it can't be there, so which means that it should be around here. Because it went through here, so... Here? Or here? Take that! Here, yes, there's no doubt about it. This is where our shooter was standing. You sure about that, Rob? Oh my god, this is wrong. So which means it was correct earlier. Watch your mouth, kid. Mr. Edgeworth's powers of deduction never fail. Takes the evidence, puts it together, uses his logic, and bam, out comes the truth every time. Can't wait to hear the logic behind this one. Well, sir, how do you do it, sir? One moment, It's alright, Ruffles, we all make mistakes. Oh my god, that's... Okay, so it means that... Okay, so if it's here, it means that it's here. Right? Alright. I need a straight line. Alright, I have a notepad here, so... Yeah, it should be there. Take that! That's still wrong. Anyway, Biju, how are you doing? Oh, wait. Good. Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks. This is the second game, so... Alright, so it means that that should be here and this should be here. Okay, No, okay, wait. He should be in the bushes. Right? It could be possible that the first bullet was to distract by hitting the balloon and the second was to hit the president that went through the flag. Right? He can't be in the crowd because it's too obvious. Take that! It's not also that, what? Two bullets were fired, we know that for a fact. If we draw a straight line along the path of each bullet, our two lines should converge on a single point, the point where our culprit was standing. Alright, it's clearly here. In the center? Yeah, I am. I have this like notepad here that... It's here. Okay, this is the only place where like take that! Okay, I'm halfway like through my life already. Okay, save scum, even though like... Okay, because... Can I... Do I have a line? Can I put a line? Scene... Okay. Okay, text. This is my line, okay? So, I was like pointing here. I was here earlier. Because otherwise, that's also the other way the gunshot was. Right? Or he could be in this area. Right? Hiding. Well, I have no...
Take that!
Damn it! And this is the first case. Okay, if we draw a straight line along the path of each bullet, our two lines should converge on a single point, the point where our culprit was standing. Alright, my other idea was... he could have been in the bushes. He could have been hiding in the bushes. Okay, because... okay. So there are two gunshots. It's... Alright, the other clue here is that... they're thinking that the first bullet was both through the flag and the balloon. The second bullet was directly to the president. What I'm thinking is that the flag and the president bullet was one, and the balloon's bullet was another gunshot. Okay, could it be in this area of the audience?
Take that!
Oh my god. That... the aisle could also be a possible point. Oh my gosh. Okay. I hate this game. Drawing a line between the flag and the balloon gives us the trajectory of one of our bullets and places our shooter on the left-hand side of the spectator area. Extrapolations from bullet trajectory suggest that the two shots were fired from the left side of the spectator area. You're a genius, Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe, I'll need to examine the left side of the spectator area. Roger that, sir. So you need me to clear all those people out of the way, I guess. Wow, I'm a genius! I do, and what evidence remains to be found may already be deteriorating. So I'll need you to be quick about it. Yes, sir. Chief! Hey, I'm talking to you, Chief. I suppose you mean me, Miss Lloyd. I surely do. You gotta let me help out. This stuff's my forte. I'm the best crowd herder you ever did see. I'll prod, pummel, and push him wherever you like. A very kind offer, but I think a less hands-on approach might be preferable. Also, about this chief business, I am nobody's chief. Whatever you say, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, your wish is my command. I somehow doubt that. Oh, it's Winston Payne. Here you go, sir. It's all ready for you. Miss Lloyd here cleared everybody out just like that. You should have seen it. Oh, you ain't seen nothing. The chief, my other chief that is, she sends him running twice as quick. She sounds like quite a formidable character. Perhaps I should go easier on the poor girl. Thank you, but you really shouldn't have. All that running around. Your clothes are covered in mud. Allow me to pay for the cleaning. It's the least I can do. Huh? You mean my jacket? Oh, don't you be worrying your pretty little head about that. It's reversible. All you gotta do is switch it around and alakazam, no more dirt. On the outside perhaps, but you'd still have something of a problem with the inside. We're ready to get back to the investigation whenever you are, sir. The crowd has trampled the entire area. We'll be lucky to find any traces of our shooter at all. Begin investigation. Okay, we can't go back. We can't go out. We can't go to the right side, so it's all in the left side. Let's talk to Winston Payne. This wedding sign looks almost brand new. I imagine it was placed here recently. What's it say? 50 yards to the Gurdy Museum. And 70 yards to the, never mind. What's the matter, detective? Just read it, will ya? 70 yards to the boathouse. Ah! It's a throwback to another case. It feels like a million years since that whole sorry affair unfolded. Fond memories, detective. Yeah, fond memories, sir. Fond memories, detective. Advance. Achievement. Alright. Winston. Well, this is quite the situation, would you say, Mr. Edgeworth? Who is he again? It's Payne, Mr. Edgeworth. Winston Payne. We work together at the prosecutor's office. He's a prosecutor? What brings you here today, Mr. Payne? Hehehe. What indeed? Why, only the invitation of the chief prosecutor himself. His voice, I recognize it from the tape recording. Was he one of the men who was standing in front of Miss Lloyd? And where's the chief prosecutor? He had to leave, I'm afraid. He's a busy man. They let him and only him out through the cordon. So he had me summoned on short notice and then left before I even showed up? Rude! You say you attended today's ceremony in order to gather material for an article of some kind. You bet I did. It ain't the kind of thing that happens every day. And when did the ceremony begin? Right after the rain stopped. We got lucky. It was raining all morning before that. Anyhow, the president's plane touched down right around 1:45. And the speech started at 2 on the nose. What about the shooting? Must have been maybe 20 after. So 20 minutes after the ceremony began. Yeah, shots rang out, tearing through the air that only moments before had been alive in cheers. Then tragedy. The president dropped to the floor, felled by an unknown assassin's bullet. It's 2:25 p.m. on March 25th, and I've been reporting to you live from the scene here at Gourd Lake. What was that all about? Sorry, just making some voice notes. Gotta get those ideas down the second they come into the old noggin, you know. Ain't every day you get to report on the assassination of a president after all. It's dramatic, it's emotional. It's got everything I need to write an article that puts the readers right there on the scene. And did the president really drop to the floor? Officers on the scene said his bodyguards escorted him straight onto the presidential plane. Hey, y'all can't blame me for getting a little carried away now, can ya? I better take any testimony she gives with a good-sized pinch of salt. Stop it. Calling me a reporter and all. It's kind of weird when somebody else says it. Still, Tabby Lloyd, reporter at large. Does have kind of a ring to it, don't you think? But you are a reporter, correct? Sure am. A reporter in training. What? Have you even had any articles published? Fixing to look at my work, huh? Well, that might be tricky. And yet you call yourself a reporter nonetheless. Well, I soon will be, won't I? This right here is a big old scoop. No mistake about it. And I got the whole thing on tape. Didn't miss a second. And it's all thanks to my trusty mic and my even trustier tape machine. Tape. I'm about to set the journalistic world on fire, just like my mentor before me. You know the Chief Ruffles, my mentor, my inspiration? No, but you have mentioned her repeatedly. Did I? Can't rightly say I remember. In before her mentor Slot the Heart. What kind of reporter forgets a thing like that? Well, it's just like the Chief always says. You gotta treat information as irresponsibly as you can. And what kind of mentor says that? Oh, you should have heard her the day she gave me this tape machine. You be sure and bag yourself the juiciest, sleaziest scoops you can now, you hear? Wonderful. So you're the kind of reporter who sees fire under even the faintest trace of smoke. Nah, I'm kind of a reporter who puffs on the fire till the smoke about chokes you. How is that any better? Hey, you never did pay me for this here vital evidence. Alright, let's get some basics down first. Favorite food? Favorite drink? Oh, it's gotta be tea. Mr. Edgeworth loves tea. He even has his own special blend at the office. Well now, so our prosecutor likes to put on airs and graces. Airs and graces, And why is the detective answering on my behalf? Who better, sir? There's nothing I don't know about you after all. Ho ho, is that so? Tell me more. Don't you dare, detective. Oh, so I can't like present profiles? Damn. Okay. So we're gonna get some generic dialogue if ever we present the wrong thing. Still can't believe that they just handed me the chance to bag myself a real scoop. So it was this article that brought you here today? You bet it was. I've been prepping for days now. 2 whole days in fact. So a member of the media had to rely on the media to find about this event. Hey, I'm still getting started in this here business. If you give me a little more to work with next time, maybe I'll be on the scene sooner. She certainly doesn't lack for tenacity. Badge. Badge 2. Hey, I've heard about these. How come it ain't stuck to your jacket or whatever? Because that's not the custom. It is too. All lawyers wear 'em. I done seen it. So, what's the story with yours? No comments. Guess these legal eagles gotta make themselves feel superior to us regular folks somehow. I would like it to be on the record that I made no such comment. Alright. Yes, sir. All these flashing lights and clicking cameras, why did they need pictures of the crowd anyhow? Stupid nosy news hounds. Well, it is a rather newsworthy event, detective. Don't let them get to you. But they're taking your picture, sir. And mine. I never signed away my image rights, and neither did you. Wait there, I'll be right back. Ran off before I could stop him. Now he's looking for whoever photographed him and annoying everyone else in the process. Will he ever stop finding new ways to surprise me? You know, you can check the information you've gathered by pressing L, right? But let's say you've forgotten my first name. You could look that up in your organizer. What exactly are you insinuating, detective? I know your first name perfectly well. If you say so, sir, just remember that all evidence you gather is in your organizer, okay? Including stuff like people's names and backgrounds, even mine. Evidence is no good just sitting in your pocket, sir. You gotta use it. By presenting it to people and seeing what they have to say. Yes, I am well aware of that, detective. Sure, but you gotta look it over too. Look it over too. The devil's in the details, as they say. Prod it, poke it, look it up, look it down. Heck, even look at it if that helps. Do whatever it takes, smash it to pieces and put it all under a microscope if you have to. I admire your spirit, detective, but I'll stop short of the destruction of evidence if it's all the same to you. Just my little joke, sir. Guess I got a little carried away. Exactly my worry. If I ever meet a man who would pulverize a piece of evidence, it's you. Alright. That thing's pretty small. You don't lose it all the time? The sacred symbol of my office? No, detective, I do not. Guess it's a good thing I'm no prosecutor, huh? I have lost 100 this week alone. I mean, I lose my badge at least that often. That's quite a talent. Good one, Mr. Edgeworth. I can't keep up with the Steel Samurai, all the spin-offs, the different versions. Detective, this balloon is clearly based on the original first-generation Steel Samurai. Anyone with even a passing familiarity with the show should know that. Not me, sir, sorry. They all got 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth. As do all human beings, detective. Yeah, but humans don't have silver skin. He's clearly not a man of culture. Ouch. Good one, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we've extracted all dialogue at this point from Edgeworth. We just probably need to check. You're with one of the news channels? Yep, can I help you? You must have footage of the event. Do you mind if I take a look? Wish I could help you, but that might be a little tricky. And why's that, pal? You got a problem with doing your civic duty or something? No, it's just that my camera was knocked over in all the panic, and now I can't get it to work. That footage would have helped immensely. Don't you have the tape of the footage, or wouldn't that have been recorded in your van? Just our luck. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. What the? You look like you need a little help, Mr. Edgeworth. I know that voice. Okay. Honestly, I'll leave you alone for 2 seconds, but don't worry, your hero's here to save the day. That's right, the one, the only Kay Faraday. Hero? Only you would give yourself a title like that. So you're not a great thief anymore? Not right now, but it's not like I quit. I'm just on sabbatical. I'm digging out some time for intensive training. Being the second Yatagarasu doesn't come easy. He helped me out on a few occasions about 2 weeks ago. Alright. So that sets up the timeline. So Investigations 2 happened 2 weeks after Investigations 1. And I think Investigations 1 happened like in a span of a couple of days. So the cases in Investigations 1 weren't in chronological order. But that all those happened like in a short amount of time. Oh. The case of the Yatagarasu, a mysterious thief who seemed to appear and disappear at will. And who claimed to only steal the truth. She calls herself the second Yatagarasu, the successor to the so-called Great Thief. There's not a lock I can't open or a trap I can't escape. Excuse me. And when it comes to stealing, well, I'm still in training, but I'll get there soon enough. What are you doing here, Kay? What do you think I'm doing? I've been enjoying the festivities, of course. I suppose she did mention being fond of such things. And afterwards, I was thinking of dropping by your office to see you guys, but now I don't have to. Good to see you, kiddo. You're as bright and breezy as ever. Hey, Gummy, how you been? You're looking pretty full of beans yourself. It's okay, are you really here to save the day? Yep. Prepare for your jaw to hit the floor. Your best pal in the world here only went and took pictures of the whole shebang. Did you now? Then you'd better show them to me. Wow, your jaw didn't even drop an inch. What's a girl gotta do to impress you, huh? I know, right? Mr. Prosecutor here is about as much fun as a dang toothache. Wow, they just flipped the sprite. They just flipped the sprite. See, like the words. Won't even let him call me Chief. Let call him Chief. All right. Ah, but I'm forgetting my manners. Tabby Lloyd, ace reporter at your service. Nice to meet you, Tabby. 3/10 janky sprite. Like, even when Gumshoe is like in the other flip, it's like Patch. If he's facing right, his Patch is usually on the left, right? And it's now on the right side of his face. Anyway. Alright, it's breaking immersion, alright. Yeah, game sucks. 3/10. Nah, just kidding. You two can chat later, okay? Can I see those pictures? Boo, fine, here. I took this one right when the gun went off. Alright, there's like a laser. Looks like a sniper. It was total chaos. People running everywhere. Okay, what are they holding? Why is it like a suitcase that's open? President and his two bodyguards. What's that? Thank you indeed, Kay. I think you've provided us with a vital clue. How? Hoo-wee! Your eyes just lit up like a pair of dang Christmas trees. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, care to tell the readers what you've spotted? No bribe money. A contradiction. Huh? A what now? I don't see nothing strange. Allow me to show you. This picture shows the moment of the incident. Another piece of evidence shows something different. Oh. I need to highlight the point of contradiction and then employ my powers of deduction. First, to find the contradiction in the photograph. Yes, this is it. I'll simply press X to make my deduction. Okay, wow. It's like... It won't let me like move around. Because my second hunch was if it's not like... the sniper mark. Okay. If it's not the sniper mark on the face, it's probably the flag fly. They have a plum wine. Ace Attorney does not have wine. They have grape juice, Aniv. Grape juice. Alright, fine. Now, to present the evidence that proves the contradiction. Is it the president's face? Okay, so I was probably correct that 2 shots were fired. However, it was from the right side, which means the assassin was in the bushes. Eureka! Eureka! There's clearly a contradiction here. If you say, oh my god, it's wrong. Damn it, it's wrong. It's probably the president's face. Photograph and the evidence.
Eureka!
Oh my god, it's the president's face. Look closely at the picture of the president in this newspaper clipping if you would, Miss Lloyd. Now look at case photograph. Compare the two carefully. Huh? What am I looking for here? Well, I'll be. Indeed, there's something on the president's forehead, something that wasn't there in the other picture. What is that? Some kind of birthmark? Yeah, guy's got a big red birthmark right in the middle of his forehead. That's not a birthmark, that's a sniper laser. I highly doubt the birthmark was just sprang up there since the other picture was taken. Did he get bitten by a bug then, maybe? Yeah, that's it. That right there's a big old bug bite. And here I thought it was something important. The look on your face. I love having a sniper laser as a birthmark. You should know that the road to the truth is paved with just such seemingly trivial details. Ooh, again with the face. Alright. Duly noted, Chief. Case photograph dated, jotted down in my organizer. Yes. Oh, wait, no. The television truck appears to be stuck in the mud. Reminds me of the time I pushed your car out of that ditch, sir. And you just drove away and left me there. Gotta admit, felt kinda lonely. Did I do that? I think I might have. You came back though, Mr. Edgeworth. Only left me there in the mud for maybe 15 minutes. I know you'd never forget about me, sir. Of course, I wouldn't. Bearing those 15 minutes anyway. Okay. Trash can? No. Hey. Alright. You even gotta pick through the trash yourself. A prosecutor's life ain't easy, huh? Detective Gumshoe. Right away, sir. The faithful detective scrabbles through the garbage as the prosecutor looks on, his hands unblemished. Let's see now. Come to Papa, little treasures. Is he enjoying himself? Bingo, a popsicle stick. Gotta love the jokes they put on these. Detective. Sorry, sir. Relevant evidence. Relevant evidence. Huh? I think we've got something. Good work, detective. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Pipe. By examining a piece of evidence from all angles, we can uncover hidden details. We sure can. Just tell me which way you'd want it, sir. You can rotate the item with R. If you want, I can move it closer or further away. I can use L to examine an object up close and R to move out for the bigger picture. And when you spot something, just say the word. I can point out suspicious areas with the cursor and press A to inspect them more closely. Alright, let's see what we can discover. Oh, a gun. This is a document of some kind. Knight to immediately escort President to plane in case of emergency. Rook repositioned in light of Knight's injury. Let's cover for Lakeside now. Eyes on this area. Stay frosty. We know who might be in the audience. What are we looking at here? Presidential security plan? It's a diagram of the president's security arrangements. Warp zone bag. Take a while. Warp to World 8. There's no case 8 here. It shows how the president's bodyguards were positioned. It even has his people's names on it. Rook and Knight. They must be the two from the photo. Okay, why does Knight have a neck brace? So his bodyguards aren't natives of Zengfa. I heard he uses some private security firm. But why not employ people from his own country? I know why not. Y'all want to hear a little tabloid exclusive? Do you really know something? Sure do. I was over at their embassy not so long ago back sniffing out the story. While I'm there, one of my sources tell me that the president's got more enemies and than you got hairs on your head, including a bunch of bigwigs in the National Police Force. Interesting. So he's unable to trust his own domestic law enforcement. Shouldn't they have already staged a coup at that point? I wonder if one of those enemies could have been behind the attempt on his life. I mean, a coup should have already been staged at his own country, right? But what was it doing dumped there in that bag? You raise an interesting point. It's a document relating to a matter of national security. It would surely be highly classified. Huh? Hey, there's something else in here. A gun! My. What's a gun doing in there? Sir, this bag. It's gotta belong to the... Yes, it could well have been disposed of by our would-be assassin. A revolver. It would have taken a lot of nerve to dump it here amid all the chaos. 6-shot revolver found in Trashka, not easy to acquire in this country. Ballistic markings! Could this be the work of a professional? That would explain the security plan too. I think we need to take a very close look at our latest find. Yep, it's a sniper scope. This is a laser sight. It can be lined up with the target to make aiming a bit easier. What if I press this here? Yep, definitely a red laser. Could the assassin have used a laser sight to target the president? And why does this remind me of something? I think it's time to go over the information we've collected so far. Yep, 2 rounds have been shot. 2 spent bullets in the cylinder matching the 2 gunshots heard in the recording. That proves it. This must have been the weapon that was used. That bag was a real find, huh? Just goes to show, a bag in the hand is worth 2 in the trash. Nice work, detective. Now there's something else I'd like to ask of you if you don't mind. I need you to take the bag and the gunshot to forensics and see if they can find any prints. On it, sir. A good set of fingerprints could really help this investigation along. That was fast. Got the results for you, sir. That was quick. You bet it was. Told the text it was ultra super high priority. But they came up empty. And they checked everywhere? Inside and outside, top to bottom, sir. They even took the bullets out of the gun and dusted them. I should have known it wouldn't be that easy. Okay, so have I checked everything? Okay, how are you doing, Kay? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Did you like my big entrance? Bet I really am your hero now, huh? Well, your evidence helped things along, certainly. Hey, I'm the second Yatagarasu, remember? All in a day's worth. Kinda wish I could have showed you how far I've really come with the whole Great Thief thing, though. The training you mentioned? About that. Don't worry, I haven't stolen anything yet. I promise. So the whole Great Thief thing is just on hold, for now anyway. That's a relief, I suppose. Yeah, I wanted to get out there and start stealing back the truth like my dad. Ah, but I've still got a ways to go with my training, and I need to find some partners in crime. I hope she means that figuratively. I can't be the only girl in the world looking up to pull off the most daring heists ever attempted. True, but not many people are looking to pull off a career in larceny either, I'd wager. Yep, no doubt about it. If you compare the pic I took to the newspaper clipping, the red birthmark stands out like a sore thumb. That's a contradiction, alright? Indeed, though I very much doubt it's due to a birthmark suddenly appearing. Oh, that reminds me, I might have to steal that line of yours. The road to the truth is paved with seemingly trivial thefts. Funny, I don't remember that being the exact sequence of words I used. I just robbed a house and you can rearrange the furniture too. You may call it rearranging, but I call it irretrievably corrupting. Okay. Okay. Red birthmark and laser sight. I have solved the mystery of the red birthmark. Really? So it wasn't a bug bite? No, what we're dealing with isn't something that would itch for a day and then disappear. It is, in fact, the beam of a laser sight. Then our killer was aiming to shoot the president square in the forehead. What a huge mystery that was. You don't say. I thought it was like birthmarks appearing and disappearing all of a sudden. And shortly after this picture was taken, a second shot rang out. Yeah, that's gotta do more than itch. Indeed. I fear the president may be in even more danger than we thought. And that the gun we found was the weapon used in the crime. Used in the attempt, alright. Why would the perp use a laser sight though? He's right, you'd stand out like crazy using something like that. Pew, pew, pew! It's not like you can just go around shooting lasers all over the place. No, and anyone who saw it could trace it right back to the shooter. Seems like a pretty bad idea all around. Oh, I almost forgot. I took a couple more pictures. Wow, you just like show it now, right? You could have shown it like immediately. Maybe the laser sight's in one of them. It's a long shot, but it's worth a look at least. Alright, Kate, let's see those other pictures. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Let's see. First up, here's one I took just before everything started going south. It might be more useful to us if half the frame wasn't digging up with your face. Okay, we see Pain, or presumably Pain. Hey, can you blame me for wanting to get a Wait, was selfie a thing back in 2008? Or 2009? 2010? I think this game came out 2010. Lucky for you, this was right before the gun went off. I think it was new at that time. Wait, alright. Okay, this was released around 2010. However, chronologically speaking in the Ace Attorney timeline, this would have been 2019? 2017, around that time, because investigations happened after Ace Attorney 3. And I think the timeline there was 2017-ish. 17, 18, 19, around that time. Okay, so yeah. Alright, and this one I showed you before is from just after the first shot was fired. The second shot just came seconds after this. Then there's... Oh yeah, also to take note, this was like localized to English just recently when the remake came out, so they might have picked that up. Alright, what's this? I can hardly see anything. I got knocked over and everyone started running right after that last picture. Guess I must have pressed the shutter by accident. Okay, do we have anything of note here? Not sure this one's gonna be much use, kid. And that's all of them. Case photograph data updated in my organizer. Time to take a closer look. Let's examine the picture from before the shooting. Is there any hint of the laser sight here in this picture? Oh, I see it. It's behind Pain.
Take that!
There, I see it. What is it, sir? Look closely at the person with the red hood. Whoa, there it is. Indeed, that's our laser sight there. So that's our perp. The one in the red hood must be the shooter, yes. We found them, and all thanks to yours truly. Indeed, you led us right to the greatest treasure of all, Miss Great Thief, the truth. Hee hee. You may have captured our would-be assassin in one of your other pictures too. Let's take another look. Could be another of these photographs from after the shooting. All right, there they are.
Take that!
Look, right there. A red jacket. That must be your suspect. Looks like they took advantage of the confusion to make their getaway. Luckily, we can see exactly where they were headed. Ah, the Samurai Dog Stand. Precisely, which means they escaped towards the right-hand side of the spectator area. Detective Gumshoe. On it, sir. Consider it cleared. Good. I'm counting on you. We have you now, my little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood. The entire park is cordoned off and we know which way you went. Objection! Yo, Drew, what's up? Welcome on in. No, it's simply a matter of hunting you down. Now, let us continue our investigation. There's evidence here somewhere. All we have to do is find it. Good to see you. Hope everything is well. Alright, the banner advertising the rifle range has fallen over. It must have been knocked down in the crush. It's covered in footprints too. The crowd must have really panicked. Hey, now where can I buy one of these? Why would you wish to? Don't tell me you're thinking of writing Gumshoe on it and wearing it in their back. What? How'd you guess? Are you a mind reader, sir? Is that it? It was a joke, but I should have known that nothing's impossible when it comes to the good detective. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Ooh, what's this? What's this? A red button? What's this? Flu is going its round, struck your 3-year-old, and of course cuffs directly at your eyeball, so you're sure that. Oh, dude. Yeah, hope you don't catch it, and hope your kid gets well soon, and hope you're not showing any symptoms, and hope it's also not COVID. Anyway, what's this? A red button. Hey, do you think? Seems it was turned off something found near the Samurai Dog Stand. Could it have been dropped by a red-hooded suspect? Yes, it clearly seems likely. Press the button. Press the button, it's yours. The puddle reflects the clear blue sky. All that remains of the rain. You're a regular poet, sir. Very funny, detective. How would you describe it then? Let's see, a pool of water left behind after a real heavy downpour. Just like I get left behind after a real heavy dose of Mr. Edgeworth's logic. I would say don't give up in your day job, but it seems you don't even have that down, detective. A shoe. Why is a shoe not sus? It's a flimsy-looking food stand made of plywood and it sells samurai dogs. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I've got 150 if, you're not actually suggesting I subsidize you eating on the job. Oh, I didn't mean to. That is, maybe when we're done. Fine. When we have finished investigating, you can have one. And only one, understood? Sorry, sir, I never should have Wait, did you say I could have one? Yes. Why, is something the matter? No, it's just... I wasn't expecting you to. Thanks, sir! Ah. How, what do you call this? Damn it, I can't English. Edward is thinking about, you know, Gumshoe. Anyway. Alright, what's that? There's something red down there. Kawaii. No, damn it. Shoot. Damn it. I can't, like, think of the word. Generous. How generous of Edgeworth. Damn it. Alright. Alright, Detective Gumshoe, can you see what that is under the stand? Banana split. Good luck, have fun. Thank you, Aniv. Alright, Detective Gumshoe, can you see what that is under the stand, please? There's something down here, alright. Let's see. You're about to throw in random words. If I can't think of the word, I'll be super uneasy for the rest of the night. A red raincoat. This must be the one the suspect was wearing. Dun dun dun! They must have taken it off and hidden it under there before they made their escape. Seemingly discarded by the person in the red hood found under the samurai dog stand. There's nothing unusual about the left sleeve. Nope, it's not inside out and the button's still attached. It seems entirely too neat to have been removed in a hurry and thrown on the ground. How about the right sleeve? The sleeve, it's inside out and the button is missing too. You don't say. It says samurai dogs, now with Sakura relish, just in time for spring. Sakura, huh? What does that taste like? Well, Sakura is cherry blossom, so I guess maybe cherries. But blossoms are blossoms and cherries are cherries, sirs. They're totally different things. But you're right, I suppose. So what does Sakura really taste like? This is my kind of mystery. Probably tastes like flowers. Alright, I think that would be everything here. Alright, red button and raincoat sleeve. Eureka! The button we found seems to have come from this raincoat. It must have been pulled loose when the killer took it off. The right sleeve's inside out too. It seems it was removed in a hurry, fast enough to tear a button off, no less. I surmise our assassin disposed of their gun and bag in the trash immediately after the shooting at the president. And then they slipped off into the panicked crowd and moved from the left to the right side of the spectator area. This was because they knew the trajectory of the bullet would point to a shooter on the left side. Finally, they removed the raincoat and hid it under the samurai dog stand. The killer would have needed to get rid of the coat as soon as possible, hence its hurried removal. The fact that the right sleeve is inside out is a testament to how quickly it was taken off. Yep, that and the missing button. The question, of course, is, why didn't the same thing happen to the left sleeve? Oh yeah, only the right sleeve is inside out. Indeed, and the button on the left sleeve is still securely attached. So, what does this mean, Mr. Edgeworth? If we were to answer that question, Detective, we'll need to inspect the raincoat in more detail. Wow. The right sleeve is inside out, and you can clearly see where the button was turned off. Yes, whoever discarded this raincoat did so in quite a hurry. Let's take a closer look at the inside of the raincoat. Detective Gumshoe! Yes, sir. Oh, wow, there's blood. This is a bloodstain. Considering where it's located, I'd say the blood belongs to our would-be assassin. So we're looking for someone with an injury? Not just any injury, detective. An injury on their left arm. Huh? How do we know that? It's simple. The right sleeve is inside out, suggesting that the suspect removed the raincoat in a hurry. Conversely, the left sleeve is just as we would expect it to be. Therefore, the suspect's left arm was never in the sleeve in the first place. And once we understand that, everything else falls into place. Now, detective, there's a bloodstain on the left side lining of the raincoat because the suspect's arm was too injured to fit through the sleeve. Precisely. Or at least we can say that there's a good probability that was the case. Red raincoat, blood in the inside, person who was wearing it must have an injured left arm. The pieces are starting to fall into place. Investigation complete. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Detective Gumshoe, I need you to go and search the crowd for likely suspects. Yes, sir. Suspicious characters with injured left arms coming right up. You're even smarter than you look, Ruffles. Taking all them itty-bitty pieces and putting them together like that. You'll have your man in no time. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. The park is still cordoned off, so our would-be assassin should be in that crowd somewhere. Don't let me down, Detective Gumshoe. To be continued. Alright. March 25, 3:27 p.m. Gourd Lake Spectator Area. Now it's a good time to save. It's still beginning. Okay, this is a long-ass case then. Mr. Edgeworth, we found someone who fits the bill perfectly, sir. Wait to nab the assassin, Gummy. Hold on, Kay. It's a little too soon to be jumping to conclusions. For the moment, they're a person of interest and nothing more. Understood? Okay, no jumping. But he's our shooter, sir. I'm sure of it. He's the guy who tried to take out the president. In broad daylight, surrounded by a crowd of witnesses. This is no ordinary assassin. Bringing over here, detective, carefully. Yes, sir. Come on, boys. You heard Mr. Edgeworth. It's Shelly the Killer. Holy crap, what a good cameo. What a good cameo. Yo, Anila, what's up? It's the killer from Too Far. No umbrella and a bandage in his left arm. Oh my god, he even has like the mark on like his coat. Well, pal, state your name already. Doe. John Doe. Charmed, I'm sure. John Doe. Very, very common. Very generic. I'm not overturning a decision, Anilel. I'm not vetoing anything. John Doe. Not a name you often hear in real life. Gumshoe doesn't know who he is. I don't think Gumshoe knows. Because, what do you call that? I think they didn't deduce that this was actually the killer in the Matt on Guard case. They all know he was the butler, but I think canon was they don't know what the killer looked like. It was just us who knew that this was the killer. Although I don't know if Edgeworth would see like the shell insignia. That's correct. I know this man from somewhere, I'm sure of it. And you are Prosecutor Edgeworth. You know my name? Of course, I have been following the day's development with some interest. Now perhaps you'd care to explain why you've asked to speak with me. As you've been following our investigation, you're no doubt already aware of who we're looking for. So let me ask you, do you recognize this raincoat by any chance? Forgive me, but I am afraid I do not. I see. Well, I believe its owner to be the would-be assassin we are seeking. My. Well, isn't that just shocking? And this same would-be assassin happens to have an injured left arm. Just like you. All I can tell you is that I had nothing to do with this unfortunate affair. The two adversaries stare at each other down, their eyes like deadly lasers. Care to tell the readers what happens next? A showdown, that's what. A battle of wits. A battle of words. There, I let him explain any further what he thinks this upcoming battle will be. Sure, let the man blather on. In a battle of wits, you never know if or when the other guy might be lying or just plain mistaken. But if you spot an inconsistency in a statement of theirs, you gotta present the evidence that proves it. To do that, I'll need to first open my organizer with ARD, then press X to present my evidence. And what if there ain't no inconsistencies to find? Then you gotta change tap. Press for more information and see what you can shake loose. Indeed, I can press my opponent with L. Why don't you show us how it's done, Mr. Edgeworth? Stepping up to bat, our nation's top prosecutor. Once I'm able to quietly gather my thoughts, yes. Testimony. Those deposition. I can understand why whoever wore the raincoat would be of interest to you. But you have no proof that this person is injured as you claim. My left arm may be injured, but I can still use my right. Is he holding ice cream? Why isn't it melted yet? When it started raining, I simply opened my umbrella, no raincoat required. Surely Shelly the Killer... Exactly, that's true. Shelly the Killer always gets his kills. So you contend that you were not wearing a raincoat, is that correct? It is. Is that so strange? Not everyone wears one after all. I happen to prefer an umbrella. Team Raincoat over here, they're perfect for when our girl really needs to move. Heck, I don't use neither. Come rain, sleet, or snow. Rain, sleet, snow, or shine, it's my trusty parka every time. Why are you stressed, Aniv? Not exactly the line of inquiry I was hoping to pursue. So you see, I am not your would-be killer. And I'm not in the habit of making baseless accusations, Mr. Doe. Please, I'm just a simple ice cream selling... Oh my. Forgive me, my wound seems to have begun bleeding again in the excitement. Oh, the owner of the raincoat is definitely our assassin. And said owner also has an injured left arm. I'm on to you, Mr. Doe. It's only a matter of time. I can understand why whoever wore the raincoat would be of interest to you.
Hold it!
So you admit that whoever wore the raincoat is a person of interest? I know they are. I was able to follow most of your investigation from the spectator area. One never thinks of one could get caught up in such an awful thing as an assassination. Okay, I have audio delay. Just give me a sec. Okay. But you have no proof that this person is injured as you claim.
Hold it!
So you'd like to see some proof that the owner of the raincoat has an injury? I would certainly expect such a renowned prosecutor to have some. I still don't understand how you know who I am. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, you're famous. You probably read about you in the newspaper. I have also been observing you and your work, lest you forget. I don't believe a word he says. If I can prove he's lying, we'd be one step closer to apprehending our shooter. My left arm may be injured, but I can still use my right.
Hold it!
That looks like quite a serious injury, Mr. Doe. How long ago did it happen exactly? Oh, not long. That's all you're going to say on the subject? Well, it certainly made serving ice cream more difficult and stopped me from holding my umbrella while I work. When it started raining, I simply opened my umbrella, no raincoat required.
Hold it!
And yet, you don't seem to have an umbrella on you at the moment. Didn't the rain stop only a short while ago, just before the shooting? It did indeed, I remember, because I was suddenly inundated with customers. That was less than an hour ago. Are you trying to tell me you lost your umbrella in that short span of time? Yes, that is exactly what I'm trying to tell you. Sorry, I got a cramp. After all, it only takes a moment for someone to steal an umbrella, especially in a crowd of that size. That's entirely possible, I suppose. Wasn't there an umbrella on the floor? I had my umbrella when it was raining, Mr. Edgeworth. That is a fact. And then he lost that umbrella to the crowd, huh? Guess it's just one of those things. I suppose you're going to tell me that his wound reopened is just one of those things too? Well, it kinda is, no. The assassin's left arm is injured. Okay, how are you able to do that with a white band? As is Mr. Dose, why it's even bleeding as you speak. You're right, that is pretty suspicious. Nonetheless, we need to find something concrete that will link Mr. Doe to the crime. I should press R to open my organizer and look over the evidence again. Alright. So I think the only thing that we can present here is the raincoat at this statement.
Objection!
Objection! Awarded. You seem like a careful man, Mr. Doe. But not quite careful enough. After all, you left something behind, something of vital importance. I'm afraid you must have me confused with somebody else. The coat does not belong to me. Or do you claim to have some kind of proof to support your accusation? Your arm isn't troubling you too much, I hope. Your wound seems to be bleeding again. I'll survive, although I can't pretend it's not something of an inconvenience. You have my deepest sympathies. Because if it wasn't bleeding quite so badly, you could have perhaps made a clean getaway. What exactly are you insinuating? As we have already established, whoever wore the raincoat is injured. And now I can prove that person was you, with this decisive piece of evidence. Oh no, ice cream melting. You see, Mr. Doe, there is a small amount of blood on the inside of this raincoat. Blood that belongs to our assassin. Attempted murder of a foreign leader, causing a diplomatic incident, they'll throw the book at you. You can give this the silent treatment all you like, but we don't need you to talk. A simple blood test will give us the answers we require. All it takes for us is to compare the blood on your bandages with that on the coat, and that will be that. You have the evidence. Why don't you make it easier on all of us and come clean? And admit you were the one who attempted to assassinate the president of Zengfa. I am not your assassin. You're stubborn, I'll give you that. But if this were a game of chess, you would already be in checkmate. Now do the honorable thing and admit defeat. He doesn't look like a man with no moves left to play. Very well, you have me. I'll admit it. I was wearing the raincoat. He confessed. Say the word and I'll slap the cuffs on him right now. But I did not shoot at the president. What? Mr. Edgeworth, the only thing you have proven is that I was wearing a particular raincoat. As far as I am aware, that is not the crime. True. I am no assassin. I am a simple ice cream seller. Ice cream seller. Weren't you a butler in the previous episode? One who happened to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president speak. I was as surprised as anyone when his bodyguard sprang into action and the shots rang out. That's when the spectators panicked and started running and screaming for their lives. Now, are you finally satisfied that I am telling the truth? As if your story stinks. You don't scare me. The evidence is on our side, you know. Very sus. Defo sus. Look, it's right there, plain as day. The assassin and they were wearing a red raincoat. Intriguing, but that is not me. Oh, come on. Tell me, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you really think I was the only one in the entire park wearing a red raincoat today? I do actually, but then why? Why does he seem so sure of himself? I'm no assassin, I am a simple ice cream seller.
Hold it!
A simple ice cream seller, but a knowledgeable one, I assume. On the subject of ice cream, at least. But of course, ask me anything you wish. I don't know the first thing about ice cream. You know what the most important thing about making ice cream is, of course, Mr. Edgeworth? Why, the most important thing about making ice cream is to approach it with a virtuous heart. And what does virtue have to do with anything? Without proper reverence for the craft, I'm afraid all you'll ever make are sweetened crystals of ice. There, I hope that you now see. I'm nothing more than an ice cream seller. One who happened to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president speak. Why a raincoat? Or why were you not using an umbrella? Is that so strange? It was a rainy morning. Most people were wearing a jacket of some kind. Well, I'd say it's a pretty strange choice considering you couldn't get one of your arms into it. Better that than have one of my hands occupied by an umbrella. I had ice cream to serve after all. Then why go to such lengths to avoid testifying to that effect in the first place? Forgive me, I simply hadn't remembered until now. It's been an eventful day after all. Eventful? Well, I hardly know what else to call it, Mr. Edgeworth. The president of Zengfa was shot at. I was as surprised as anyone when his bodyguard sprang into action and the shots rang out. That's when the spectators panicked and started running and screaming for their lives. In any event, the shooter was wearing a red raincoat. We have photographic proof of that, and yet... Mr. John Doe here swears it wasn't him. The guy's lying through his teeth, I tell you. No one gets away with disrespecting Mr. Edgeworth, pal. Not on my watch. Calm down, detective. We will get to the truth out of him by catching him in a lie. Yeah, so let's keep at him. He'll let something slip soon enough. I am no assassin. I'm a simple ice cream.
Hold it!
So you saw the bodyguards move before you heard the gunshots. Yes, if I recall correctly, they moved first. At least the one on the left did. Knight to immediately escort President to plane in case of emergency. So I think this is the contradiction. He said left. So the question is it to the left of the president or his left on how he's observing this? You're rather observant, Mr. Doe. I am blessed with keen eyes. The names of the bodyguards were written on the top left corner of the security plan. And the one on the left was Rook. That's correct, Bastian Rook. How does he know that? I expect he noticed the light from a laser sight. The man is no amateur. Mr. Do knows a little too much about the business of being a bodyguard for my liking. I'd say our friend here is no amateur either. I'd like you to append what you just said to your testimony if you don't mind. As you wish. The bodyguard on the left, Bastian Rook was especially quick to respond.
Hold it!
So the bodyguard on the left was the first to move. By the smallest fraction, yes, he reacted admirably swiftly. His name was Bastian Rook, did you say? It appears you've assessed the situation quite astutely. No more so than anybody else, I'm sure. He's good. He didn't even flinch. That's why when the spectators panicked and started running and screaming for their lives. So you yourself didn't start running and screaming. I was hardly in a position to. Oh yeah? And what position were you in? One of extreme pain. Somebody bumped right into my wounded arm. Hard. It was excruciating. I thought my eyes would pop out of my head. Yeah, well, they clearly didn't. Of course they didn't, okay? In any event, the shooter was wearing a red raincoat. We have photographic proof of that. And yet...
An ILL backseats with. I think Ice Cream Seller is selling likes, subs, and follows. Everyone please vote against him by following PiesGo, leaving a comment, and subscribe. PiesGo probably can outsell him.
Yo, thank you for the backseat, an ILL. The guy's lying through his teeth, I tell you. No one gets away with disrespecting Mr. Edgeworth, pal. Not on my watch. PiesGo. Yes. Dash. Calm down, detective. We will get the truth out of him by catching him in a lie. Yeah. So let's keep at him. He'll let something slip soon enough. Alright, I'm no assassin. Okay. It has to be this... No. It has to be this one. So... Okay, Rook repositioned in light of Knight's injury. Knight to immediately escort President to plane in case of emergency. Immediately so. Stay frosty, we know who might be in the audience. I have a feeling... I have a feeling it's this.
Objection!
Okay. Music stopped. It's it. As I suspected, you are more than what you claim to be, Mr. Doe. You overestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh? Then tell me how a simple ice cream seller knows one of the presidential bodyguard's names. What? You just surely? You were the one who spoke their names aloud. Rook and Knight, was it?
Objection!
We only know those names thanks to the security plan. But look closely, only their surnames appear. Yet we all clearly heard you say the name Bastian Rook. How did you come to possess such information? Information we ourselves didn't have. Also, they could be code names, right? Seems pretty darn suspicious to me. Well, how did you know? Explain yourself. Where's the judge? G? It was merely a slip of the tongue. Another lie. He is the assassin, just like we said. Come now, miss. It's a little soon to be jumping to such conclusions. I did know their names, yes, and the reason for that is he's also a security detail. I know Mr. Rook, he and I are acquainted. What? We have something of a connection. And his is a name I could never forget. You think we're stupid, pal? Stop lying. I am not lying. I am, as I have always been, a simple ice cream seller. And an acquaintance of Bastian Rook, yes. And I suppose Mr. Rook will confirm that. It should be easy enough for him to remember his good friend, the slippery ice cream seller, correct? Please, you are more than welcome to ask him, although I think that might be difficult right now. I would imagine he's rather busy ensuring the president's safety. But suppose you're able to speak with him and he does deny that he and I are acquainted. How will that help you prove I was the shooter? If you weren't the shooter, why take off your raincoat? Because it was no longer raining. In fact, it had grown quite warm. Far better to let my wound breathe, no? Or would you rather I had left it fester? Is he actually going to worm his way out of this? What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Hurry up and arrest the man. He's clearly guilty. If I were you, he'd be in jail already. You might be willing to arrest a man without sufficient proof, but I am not. No, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. There's got to be something you can do. Shocking scenes here, as the culprit seems all but certain to escape justice. It seems the court of public opinion has spoken. Very well. As I will clearly be viewed with suspicion no matter what I say, I might as well share what I know. What you know? What's his angle here? I saw them. I saw another person with a red hood. There was a second. What? Are you kidding? It's the person you captured in your photograph. I first noticed them just before the president's speech began. It was still raining then. Their outfit was the same color as my own, which is what drew my attention. As did the laser beam that was aimed directly at the president's head. He's claiming there was another red-hooded person? Preposterous. I knew that if anyone saw me dressed similarly to this individual, I could fall under suspicion myself. And so naturally, I removed my raincoat.
Objection!
So not only did you see the assassin, but they were wearing exactly the same thing as you? How very convenient. I had thought you might find it far-fetched, hence my not mentioning it until now. I know you law enforcement people are very skeptical types. You would never have believed me. Especially not if I had said that the shooter was standing right next to a certain prosecutor. Well, I know you don't mean me. I wasn't even summoned until after the shooting. No, not you, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Payne. Your colleague over there. Huh? Me? Yes, the photograph will prove it, I am sure. You see? Right there in front of the person with the red hood. That's me, yes, but I... What exactly are you saying? What's his endgame here? As I mentioned, I have been following your investigation with some interest, Mr. Edgeworth. And while pondering the details, I noticed something strange. Strange? What exactly? Come on now. A man of your talents should be more than capable of spotting a contradiction such as this. I'm afraid I don't follow. The picture shows the chief prosecutor, Mr. Payne, and the shooter. But there's nothing weird about that, is there? Come to think of it, there are two people who are looking to the right. Think carefully, the picture was taken right in the middle of the president's speech. One of the other pieces of evidence you've gathered is inconsistent with what we see here. What is Mr. Doe talking about? Which piece of evidence is inconsistent with what's in this picture? No jury. No jury, sorry. Could have been here because I'm thinking this one. Because if the shooter was in the left side of the crowd, he needed to have shot the diversion bullet first, right? Okay, this is the photo. So what I'm thinking is there's like two people that's not looking at the president. Okay, the president thrusts his fist into the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch. The only things I can think of are either the tape or the layout.
Take that!
Of course, the tape, it contradicts the photograph. So you have noticed at last. What's he going on about, Mr. Edgeworth? Someone's missing, someone who should be here. Huh? But who? Who indeed? Oh my god, it's like... It's a reporter, it's tabloid. The person who's missing from this photograph is...
Take that!
Huh? Miss Lloyd? How'd you figure that? Miss Payne's voice can clearly be heard on Miss Lloyd's tape. Mr. Payne's voice can clearly be heard on Miss Lloyd's tape. Considering that he was conducting a private conversation with the chief prosecutor. Oh, there were these two old guys standing right in front of me. Oh my god, she was the one in the red coat. She did say that she had a reversible coat, right? She must have been very close indeed to capture it on tape. You're right, but she's not in the picture. Precisely. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you still believe that you have been hounding the right person? Miss Lloyd, would you mind answering a few questions? Whoa, y'all are fixing to put me under the microscope now? Told ya Shelly wouldn't be that sloppy. Of course, he's Shelly the killer. He always gets his target, and he always like does it cleanly. Alright, sure, knock yourselves out. Got nothing to hide. It ain't like I was standing still the whole time. No, I was running all over, roving reporter style, and that was a big old crowd. Guess the picture must have been taken while I was in one spot and the tapes from where I was in another. So quit giving me the evil eye. Ain't nothing but a misunderstanding. There's no doubt about the voices on the tape. That was Mr. Payne and the chief prosecutor, I'm certain of it. Tabby wouldn't lie to us. I know she wouldn't. But if she did, that would mean that she's her perp. Well, y'all quit messing with me as if I could have done anything like that. Little old me. I might be inclined to believe you if your testimony didn't contain a glaring inconsistency. It does? I thought it was pretty good. It seems I have no choice but to present her with the evidence and expose the contradiction. It ain't like I was standing still the whole time.
Hold it!
Why would you be moving around if your main aim was to record the president's speech? What now? How do you mean? Surely the speech would have been best recorded from a single consistent position. Well, see, that is, oh yeah, ambience. That's the word I was looking for. Gotta capture the ambience. Can't put the electric atmosphere down in print if I don't have a bunch of it on tape for inspiration. Surely all you achieved was to fill the tape with unwanted background noise. Y'all are questioning my methods now. I don't do standing still, alright? That's just running all over roving reporter style, and that was a big old...
Hold it!
You're running all over? Where exactly? Here, there, and everywhere, I guess. What? Y'all don't know what all over means? You think I remember exactly where I was and when in a crowd like that? What do y'all want from me? I'd like you to at least tell us whether you were to the left or to the right of the stage. Left. Yeah, left, I think. The suspect in the picture was on the left-hand side too. Coincidence? Guess the picture must have been taken while I was in one spot and the tapes from where I was in another.
Hold it!
So the fact that you are not in the picture is to be expected. Is that what you're trying to tell us? Surely yes. I caught your pals and the prosecutors on tape while I was in one part of the crowd. And then that picture was snapped while I was off someplace else. Look at it that way and it all makes perfect sense. Your assertion then is that the picture and your recording were taken at different points in the speech? Yep, timing's everything. You'll learn that soon enough in this line of work. No, because... it was like, hands in the air, the recording. So quit giving me the evil eye, ain't nothing but a misunderstanding. Evil eye? Are you suggesting that I might be attempting to intimidate a witness? Nah, I'm just suggesting that you lighten up a little. Frown that way for too long and it'll stick. Ain't nothing so bad that a little smile can't make it better, what you say, Ruffles? I am investigating the shooting of a president, Miss Lloyd. A smile is highly unlikely to help with that. So proclaim the prosecutor. All the while beaming from ear to ear, paragraph ends. Perhaps what I ought to do is deploy my even eviler eye on her next time. Just can't get a read on her, but I don't feel like she's hiding anything super bad either. I agree that she doesn't seem to be ill-intentioned. But who knows if that means something much worse is lying underneath. Regardless, we must put aside her immediate impressions. Her actions are on the record. And I have proof that contradicts her testimony. Alright, we need to present the tape. Here.
Objection!
Miss Lloyd, it's imperative for a reporter not to lie, wouldn't you say? You're dang right it is, and I don't lie. And yet, the photograph and the recording were definitely taken at the same time. What? You can't prove that. Oh, but I can. The evidence is right here in these pictures. This one in particular shows something that lines up with precisely when you were making your recording. What part of the picture indicates that it must have been taken at the same time as Miss Lloyd's recording?
Take that!
See here, the president has his fist raised. And what about it? Would you be so kind as to play us the tape again? I see. It ain't that simple. What if I were to tell you that you don't have a choice? You don't make it easy, do you, Ruffles? Remember, we are concerned with the moment the president raised his fist. No criminal organization, no matter how big, is above the law. The president thrusts his fist into the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch. Bang, bang! There, that's the moment right there. Correct. We've now confirmed when it occurred in the recording. Which means Tabby should be in the picture too. And she is right there for all to see. For Miss Lloyd is in fact the person with the red hood. What? So you're our shooter, huh? No, I don't even own a jacket like that. That's right, from everything we know, the owner of the red raincoat is... The owner of the red raincoat is John Doe. We have already proven that the raincoat belongs to Mr. Doe. You, Miss Lloyd, were wearing something else, something that also happened to have a red hood. So there were two people with red hoods all along. Indeed, Mr. Doe's last statement was true. Wait, but we only found one raincoat. Where's the other one? Our ice cream seller never mentioned a raincoat, only a red hood. So tell us about your jacket again, Miss Lloyd. This whole thing, well, the best thing about it, like I said, is if you get mud and such in it, it's reversible. See, I noticed that earlier. So you just turn it inside out and eek! Just as I thought. The inside of her hood, it's red. That's right. And when the incident occurred, that's the side of the hood that was visible. What's going on here? What were you really up to, pal? Wait, I never even worn it that way around. Perhaps if you would allow us to examine it, we could confirm that for ourselves. And you're all gonna confirm that how exactly? It is raining right up until the president's speech, correct? That much has been established already. And as you yourself said, heck, I don't use neither. Come rain, sleet, or snow or shine, it's my trusty parka every time. If you haven't reversed your parka since the rain, then the inside should be dry. Wait a sec now, I got this big old backpack on, see? So I can't take off my jacket, yeah. You could like just drop the bag, right? Maybe I could show y'all some other time? You think an excuse that week is gonna wash with Mr. Edgeworth? Well, what are you waiting for? If you're innocent, take it off and show us. It wasn't me, I swear. I never shot the dang president. I could never. If that's true, Miss Lloyd, then your best option is to cooperate and tell us the truth. Is there a particular reason why you chose to wear a parka with a red hood here today? I'm sorry, Ruffles. There's something I never told you. Something I couldn't. But I'll come clean, I promise. Just go easy on me now, you hear? Is she part of the smuggling ring? Hold it! Who said that? Hold your horses, it's a little soon for the endgame. Oh. He's the culprit. That goes for you too, Mr. Prosecutor. You lost this one the moment you made your opening move. That's one of the men from Case Photograph. Guess I'd better introduce myself. The name's Bronco Knight. I'm the president's personal bodyguard. And second in command of his security detail. Eek! Point that thing someplace else, pal. What the heck's wrong with ya? Sorry, can't help myself. It's just too much fun being this good. You're not a member of law enforcement, so how did you get a gun? This old girl's on loan from Zengfa, temporarily issued to us presidential bodyguards. Anyway, never mind that. I got 2 tidbits of news for you. You want the good or the bad first? Choice is yours. I'm indifferent, whichever you prefer. Really? You're giving up the first move advantage just like that. Whatever, your loss. Guess I'll push out the first pawn then. Okay, I have a feeling there will be a lot of chess references throughout this game because of that, and because of the mind chess mechanic. So, you play a little chess, I take it. Ah, a fellow fan are you, Mr. Red Suit? The name's Edgeworth, and you could say I dabble. Duly noted, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, I'll start with the good news. The president's okay. Didn't suffer so much as a scratch. You didn't? That's a relief. Particularly for the young lady here, that means there's no longer a murder charge on the table. That is good news, huh, Tabby? Yeah, cause I'd never. Now for the bad news. The only reason the president's alive is because we bodyguards did our job. One of us did anyhow, our boss. Put himself in the line of fire. You're referring to your colleague, Mr. Rook? Yeah, it's game over for him. No way! Rook is dead? A genuine loss. So, you're saying that Tabby... Yeah, your friend here killed my colleague, my brother-in-arms. Aw, heck no, I didn't do it. I didn't kill anybody. I could never. I'd shut my mouth if I were you, murderer. Murder! Sure, we did what we had to, sacrifice one of our pieces to protect the king. But to lose someone like him during a castling, it's a real shame. Castling? What's that even mean? It's a chess term. Very simplistically speaking, it's a move where a rook switches places with the king. Then why didn't he just say so? Mr. Knight was it? Yeah? What? We'll need to see the victim's body right away, and if possible, I'd like to ask the president a few questions. Sorry, no can do. And why not? That's the third piece of news, and it's the piece you're gonna like the least. I thought you said there were only 2. The National Police Force of Zengfa will be handling things from here. Oh, do we have to is Shilong Lang gonna be back here? What? You better be kidding, pal. This investigation was assigned to us. We're not about to hand it over. You're the Edgeworth, right? The one who solved the Yatagarasu case? The president mentioned you. I'm honored to have warranted his attention. Makes sense that the chief prosecutor would assign this one to you. Wait, did the chief assign me to appease the president? But that was a mistake. A big one. He should have given the case to somebody with a spine. You're free to take it up with President Wang, if you enjoy diplomatic incidents, that is. Ugh. You're coming with me. We'll continue this on the presidential plane. No. I never did nothing, I swear. We can do this the hard way if you like, but in Zengfa, justice is served one way or the other. Ruffles, come on, you gotta help me out here, please. Miss Lloyd. She was the one in the red hood, there's no denying that now. But I can't help feeling we still don't know the whole truth behind this case. I'm innocent, you gotta believe me. Can I really let this happen? Is this really how it ends? The look in her eyes, the crack in her voice as she begs me to help her. This is not act by a criminal, she's genuinely scared. And if I let him take her, we'll never know what really happened. To be continued. Eek! What? Huh? What the? Get your filthy hands off! Shelly! Quiet now. I thought Shelly was now completely irrelevant, and then suddenly... You wanted to ask people or whatever. Quiet now. Is that really any way to greet me? Your neck has barely begun to heal and you've already forgotten who I am? I am disappointed. Wah, it's you. Ah, so you do remember. What do you think you're doing, pal? Put the knife down and give it up. You got some nerve pulling a stunt like this in front of a bunch of police officers. Don't think about it. You don't stand a chance against this guy. Who are you really, Mr. Doe? Let's just say that I am no simple ice cream seller. Guy's a pro, a hitman. His name's Shelly the Killer. It was revealed! The Killer? There's not a legal professional in the country who doesn't know that name. An assassin capable of taking down any target, any place, anytime. This isn't the first time our paths have crossed. It's been too long, Mr. Edgeworth. But of course, this is the first time we've met face to face. Because they've only met via the radio. Is his profile updated? It's still John Doe. You're the assassin we've been looking for? In a sense, yes. A certain someone did indeed hire me to carry out the contract. And that contract did indeed specify that I was to assassinate President Wang. I swear I've seen his picture in one of my old files before, but... how could I have been so careless? My bandage proved useful for bringing a knife into the park undetected. But... I miscalculated in certain other regards. He didn't bring a gun? Now, shall we play a little game, Mr. Knight? I know how fond you are of such diversions. The stakes must be high in order for it to be fun, of course. Shall we wager, say, your life? What do you want from me? I would like for you to allow Mr. Edgeworth to remain in charge of the case. He what? What are you up to, the Killer? I would simply like our mutual friend to see things through to their conclusion. Huh? But why? Bastian Rook was a man of great skill, one with whom I felt a certain connection. It is only right that the truth behind his death be brought to light. With Mr. Rook's departure, the case is now yours to investigate. Is it not, Mr. Knight? I'm simply asking you to transfer that authority to Mr. Edgeworth. It's not something worth losing your life over, surely. You're just using the investigation as an excuse to get close to the president. Am I really? I suppose it is true that in order for the investigation to proceed, we will need to enter the presidential plane. You think I'm gonna let you near him? I'm his chief bodyguard. Are you? And here I thought you were only second in command. Rock's not around, that means I'm number one. I wonder if you have what it takes to step into such capable shoes. You... Of course I do. I'm the leader now. Me! If that is indeed the case, then I would ask that you make a choice worthy of a leader. Will you needlessly throw away your life, or will you allow the investigation to continue? Is he really doing this to gain access to the president? Does he even need to? What is he plotting? You have no objections, I trust, Mr. Edgeworth. Come, let us continue the investigation. What do we do, sir? It would seem we have a little choice but to do as we are told. That said, listen, detective, and listen well. I'll buy us some time as I investigate. Meanwhile, you gather the other officers. You're pretty sure he's just mad that Rook was killed? So does that mean that Rook would have been an accomplice? Have them surround the plane and make absolutely certain that there's no way he can escape. Yes, sir, you got it. To be continued. Latter, a new development. Oh my god, this will be long. This will be a longer case. I assume that the rest of this case would be another 2.5 hours, so I might need to save. I might need to save here. I might need to stop here. Okay. I'll have to stop here, so I'll make another save. And we'll have to end here for the meantime. Okay, make another save, Toy. Because I'm already 2.5 hours in, and I'm guessing that the rest of this case will take another 2.5 hours, and I cannot afford to stay up until midnight. All right. Oh. New scene. All right. I think that would be it. Everyone, thank you very. You don't blame me. Yes. I need to pace this properly and probably take a. This will probably take the entire of December. We'll see. Yeah. All right. It looks like the later Ace Attorney games have longer cases. Shoot, what I was about to say. Chronicles. Chronicles had extremely long cases, which is like... At least Spirit of Justice had like cases that have good pacing. Anyway. Alright, that would be it for the night. Everyone, thank you very much for watching and joining in. I do apologize for what happened earlier tonight because I tried running everything simultaneously, like Twitch, YouTube horizontal, and YouTube vertical. Hi YouTube, we are simulcasting there right now. I'm also experimenting with the vertical layout in YouTube as well. But as soon as I hit start recording, everything was crashing. So I had to restart stream. But anyway, yeah, everyone, thank you very much. Again, please do not forget to check out the socials. YouTube, Twitter, no, not Twitter, Blue Sky, TikTok, and the like, and the Discord. Check the Discord for me, and alright, I will check that out shortly. Yeah. Alright, let us find someone to raid. Who is on it this time? Okay, who's doing Ace 2? They're both not English, so... Okay, I think I found a raid target. Are you still up? Wait. You usually end early on around this time. Okay, you are ending. Sorry. You know what? Let's raid Fasta Master. Fasta Master is... Okay, they're doing Brothership. Alright. They're in the late game area. So, let's just say hi. We already finished Brothership last week, but... Let's see how the other people are playing Brothership. Alright. Alright, let's raid Fasta Master. Again, everyone, thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day, rest of your night. Thank you for joining me earlier in the crashes. Hopefully this won't happen tomorrow. I'll try to fix this setup. Anyway, that's it. Everyone, thank you. Have a great rest of your day, rest of your night, and I will see you all next time. Bye. Where's my ending screen?